I was gonna have another video done up and ready to go this weekend. Get back on track. I was working on this little guy. Did a bunch of video photography already for the Mine Thief. Everything they make now for technology, if it's got a chip in it, a disc in it, a screen on it, a camera in it, whatever it is, it's all garbage. They don't make any quality anymore. Nothing is good. And don't mistake quality for ability, or vice versa, because that's two entirely different things. There's a lot of tech out there with really cool abilities, but the quality is what sucks. I go through this every 3-4 years, and usually I'm pretty fortunate enough, like any of my important files, pictures, things like that I have, I use 2 external hard drives all the time. My main drive is mirrored, so I've got a solid state hard drive in my computer that runs everything nice and snappy. I mirror that drive with another solid state drive, so that when that one dies, and it's not if it's gonna die, it's when it's gonna die, because they're all garbage. Samsung, Western Digital, Seagate, it doesn't matter what brand. They're all junk. Back in the day, when we did Pentium computers and stuff like that, before we got into, or even 486s, the old days of like a 46 DX66 computer. If anybody out there's a techno person, they'd know what that is if they've been around for a while. And they had brands like Quantum Fireball and stuff like that, and they were solid. You could beat it with a hammer and then plug it into your computer and it would still work. And if you had SCSI drives, they were super fast, connected right to the board, away they went, and they were awesome. Nowhere near the capacity we have now, but they worked, and they worked forever. And if you went and bought a cheap one like a Fujitsu, right? You knew you were just buying a temporary drive, because it would just, after a couple of years, conk out and die on you. Well, now they're all like that. After a couple of years, they conk out and die on you. Unfortunately, in this circumstance, that also involved every file that I had for every video that I've done for this channel, including what I've just been working on. So I lost it all. Normally I have things backed up. Like I said, my main drive I have mirrored. I always have 2 external hard drives. In this case, I still had 2. I didn't lose all my files I've had for a long time. I didn't lose all my pictures and documents and stuff. Everything like that I still have, because I have it duplicated on another drive. But since I've started this channel, all of those files I hadn't duplicated yet. So needless to say, they're gone, because everything is mass produced and fired out on the conveyor belts. Get it out to them customers pronto and get that cash into the big man's pocket. Who cares if it doesn't last? That just means they'll be back to buy another one, and we'll just have a bigger, faster, meaner, nicer one anyway. Yeah, they might be pissed off because their investment they made and spent all that money is already dead, but that's okay. We'll have a better one, and they can spend all that money again. And it's all junk. Look at video games. You go buy a video game. Like, I have a PS4. I have a Switch. I have more faith in Nintendo than I do Sony, because Nintendo every system I've ever had seems to last. They don't die. Right? PlayStation, Xbox, you know, every other system out there, notorious. You know, if you're an Xbox user, how many Xboxes have you had? If you had an Xbox original, how many did you go through before you ended up getting the 360? 2, 3, 4, Red Ring of Death. You know, they don't test anything anymore to make sure that it's fully functional and works well and lasts. They just pump it out and you pay top dollar for it, and then a couple of years later it's dead. Technology sucks. It's cool. Like even the recorder that I'm using right now to do this video, you know, like 20 megapixel dual lens camera, blah blah blah, you know, 4K, ooh, does lots of cool stuff. You know, the previous one I had did that too. It died. You know, just gave up. You know, nothing lasts anymore. Everything is made for mass production, right? And quantity, not quality, right? Get it out there, get the money. Just like video games. They pump the game out so fast that you go down to wherever you're from, like EB Games or Game Shack or whatever place you buy video games from, and you go to buy the game brand new when it just first comes out, and you bring it home, you get all excited, you go to plug it into your system, and now with the new systems, you plug it in, oh, it's got to download the game. It's not even on the disc, for one. They're too freaking lazy to put it on the disc. You know, and then for two, then you have to have the internet. If you don't, you're screwed. You can't play the game. Then 3, you download the game, and then after you get it, and you're like, yay, finally I can play. Oh no, you can't, because there's about 3 gigs of updates to do, because since they've released it and people from another time zone have already started playing it, I've already reported all the issues and problems and bullcrap that's wrong with that game already. They don't even test it anymore. They just pump it out. Here, you test it. Sure, you're going to spend $70, $80 for the game, you know, and you're looking just to have some fun and enjoy. But before you do that, test it for us first and tell us what all the problems are, and we'll fix them, then you can play. See the problem here? Everything is junk. They don't pay people to test anything anymore, it seems. They just pump it out and let you be the guinea pig. If you're a video game buyer, my suggestion to you, nobody, anywhere. The only way to rectify this is nobody, anywhere, in the world even, buys a game when it first comes out. Let them sit there and ponder on that. Holy jeez, we haven't sold any. And then throw up some YouTube videos saying, yeah, we're just waiting for them to come down with the patches and, you know, news updates to say that they've rectified all the issues, because I'm not wasting my money on something that's broken. You know, everything is junk. If it's technology, it's garbage. The minute that you bought it and you turned it on, it's already falling apart. You just don't see it yet until it just gives up and stops working. My hard drive, you know, I have a whole home surge protection system to protect me from exterior surge issues, right? Especially because I'm in the boonsticks here. Then, on top of that, I still have everything plugged into an APC unit, so not only that I'm surge protected, but I'm also protected from just the failure of power. So it's just not an abrupt cutoff. And yet, for some reason, they still just die after 2 or 3 years. You know, so, you know, my suggestion, if you're using technology, make sure you have doubles of everything so you don't get pissed off. I'm not too pissed off. I'm kind of upset because I didn't get to finish the video for you, and I'm now going to be starting a video with a guy that's kind of like half done already. Right? But I still backed up all my other stuff, so thank God. If I would have lost all our pictures, you know, that I've collected since the day that they even had digital. Yeah, that would be a little rough to give up. Yeah, so back up your stuff. You know, and after all of this and talking about all that, just kind of reinforces again why we play board games. To all you guys out there making video games, guess what? Board games. They're picking up. A lot of people into it. Look at the Dice Tower. Look at all the people that joined. I'm part of it. Board game geeks. Right? All the stores everywhere, and they're just booming. And they're coming out with cool games like Gloomhaven. Right? Just that gets you involved and having fun. But you know what the best part about it? You don't have to wait for an update. Everything works. You know, nothing breaks down. I could pull out that board game 5 years from now. It's still gonna work. It's a board game. 5 years from now, my old PS2, I'll plug it in, it probably won't even come on. You know, it's just, anyway, that's my rant. I had to at least do some kind of video, and hopefully that advice to you, just to make sure, you know, people think backing up your files is just putting them onto an external hard drive so that nothing happens internally on your computer to all the stuff you have externally stored. Yeah, sure, but if that external device fails, where's the backup of that? If you don't have everything backed up of the backup, guess what? You lose your backup, right? So, you know, when you go to buy one external hard drive to back up all your stuff, buy two. You know, and there's even programs out there, right, that you know, you can set up so that every time you go to shut down your computer before it shuts down, it backs up everything that you've changed since, right? You know, to make it more convenient for you. I should maybe have done that. I don't know, but yeah, technology's garbage. Have fun with it while it still works.